Hi, welcome to Let's Get Acquainted with Hillary Gooden. That's me. And so I'm here tonight with our special guest, and we're going to be talking about our theme. Our June theme is International/National Men's Health Month. And so we've had different guests on. We even had some wives on that were talking about their husbands from a wife's perspective. We called it the wives edition. But tonight I have a man on that's going to help close it out strong. And your health, men, is important. And for the women out there, the men in your lives, help them to help their bodies so that they can have more vibrant, healthy lives. And so tonight I have with me, my guest is James Foo Torres, and he is a PR specialist. And he's going to tell us about his business on the back end. But first, we're going to talk about some different things, different topics about men's health and how you can help yourself so that you can be here for your family. It's all about awareness, prevention, education, and family. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I wanted to say, as you come in, please make sure that you share this broadcast out. After you shared and tagged a few people, then let us know where you're coming in from. I like to shout you out. And so that will be what's expected tonight. Make sure you share, and let us know where you're coming in from. So I'm going to get my guest, but what I'm going to do is give you a few seconds so that you can share this out. And that'll give me a few seconds to share it out as well. So let's see, here we go. He's going to give you just a few seconds. How about 30? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out my guest. This is James Foo Torres. Hi, how are you this evening? I'm so glad to have you on the show.
Hi, I'm glad that you invited me, and I'm excited to share my perspective on men's health with you.
Wonderful. How was your day today?
My day's going good, productive since in the morning with calls and stuff. It's been good.
You know what? I always tell people to from. I'm in the Chicago area. Where are you representing from?
I'm in Oregon. Right now, actually, I'm in Boise because I'm visiting friends, but yeah, I'm located based on Oregon right now.
Okay, in Idaho, Boise, Idaho, right?
Yeah, Boise, Idaho.
Yes. Okay, so okay. And so tonight, as you know, this is International and National Men's Health Month. And this is our final show for this theme. And it didn't occur to me until the second show that the reason they probably have it in the month of June every year is because this is the month Father's Day is represented in June. So it's a great month to be talking about men's health. And so, yeah, so just welcome, put my little welcome sign up here. Again, I see a couple of people. Let me know where you're coming in from so that we can shout you out. Welcome to the show. And I want to get started with, I talked about the purpose. The purpose is that they have this Men's Health Month is for awareness, for prevention, for education, and for family. And, and when you say awareness, when you see those four topics, what is like a little something you could say about each one of those, James?
So with awareness, it always comes to mind that you don't know what you don't know, right? So sometimes you need to get educated. You need to listen, like for things like this that are educating the public, or like do your research so you can get into awareness and then you can solve things. And for prevention is like it's easier to prevent something than to fix the problem. So that's something that I'm always looking for. I'm always looking to get ahead of the problem so I don't have
Yeah,
problems.
yes,
And
exactly.
education, yeah, in education, it's the most important thing. And I don't mean like just going to school or anything per se. Like for college, there's so much education out there. So just find it, get motivated, and educate yourself so you can be healthy. And family, that's one of the most important things for me. Maybe because my Hispanic background, and yeah, family is everything. And if you want to preserve family, health is one of the most important things. So to keep your family safe.
Yeah, those are some great answers. And the final one there, it's really nothing I need to add on awareness, prevention, and education. You did a great job there. But family, we want our men to be around for a long time. You want the men to be there not just to provide, but to enjoy life with. The spouses, your your children, if you have children and grandchildren, to come along and there for the graduations and for all of this stuff. We want our men to be healthy, because I was talking to a man. He said, I was asking him, why is it that you're looking to do something about your health now? And he said, well, you know what? And his grandson was jumping all around. He said, for this little guy right here, I want to see him grow up. I want to be in his life, and I want to be able to do things with him and not just be sitting back watching him because I'm too sick and too overweight or anything, like that. And that says a lot, because, children, they don't know whether you're big or small, you're sick or healthy. They just want you, right? They just want you to be. And kids have so much energy. You do need to try to have your health intact just to keep up. Do you have any little ones around? Any, if not children, nieces or nephews, anything like that?
Yeah, nieces and nephews, no children for me. But
Yeah,
yeah, I can relate to that. They always have so much energy, and that's something that I always have in mind. If I wanna, because I don't have kids. I'm about to be 28. If I wanna have kids later on, then I have to
yeah,
be in shape to be able to keep up with them. And if I wanna enjoy grandchildren's too, that's something. I gotta be in peak shape so I can play with them and stuff.
yes. And so that's why this was started 27 years ago. I didn't know that before I started looking for some things for the month of June, that it's been around a long time. And I hope it stays around for a long time. That, because some of the topics that we're going to talk about just shows that there are differences between the way men and women take care of their health. And so we're going to talk about 4 things to know about men's health. Again, as you come in, please let us know who you are, where you're coming in from, and make sure that you share. I heard sharing is caring. And so you want to show us how much you care by sharing, sharing, and sharing. So let's do our first one here. Our first point for tonight. Number one, men are less likely to seek health care than women. The study oh, I gave to the wrong one that wasn't finished. Men are less likely to go to the doctor than women. The Cleveland Clinic survey reported that 40% of men go to the doctor only when they have a serious health issue. You, what do you have to say about that?
um, I
That's,
understand why, because that's something like I can see that in my grandpa. He's like he has so many things, and I was like, just go to the doctor. And he's like, well, if he still can keep walking and stuff and doing stuff, he won't go. And so yeah, that's why like I see those stats, and I totally believe it, because I've seen it even in my own family, and that's something that I'm trying not to follow. I'm trying to step out from that and going to
yeah.
physical therapy early, going to all these things early, because I don't want things to get more complicated later on.
Yeah, you wonder why. I wonder why men are just. Is it because they're more afraid that they might find something wrong, and they feel like as long as I feel like I'm strong, I shouldn't have to go to the doctor. I'm wondering, have you heard any comments from other men that you can relate to us as a little something that maybe we don't know. I don't know as a woman.
So yeah, I think it's because we think we're so tough, and we can overcome things. Because, for example, I can give you a live example from myself. I was like I have some pain like close to my elbow, and I didn't understand what it was, but I was like, it's gonna go away. And then I keep working in computers and stuff, and then when I found out, I was like, okay, this is getting worse. And then I went, and they told me like if I would have gone before, it wouldn't be able to like fix it quicker. And now I have tennis elbow, and I'm still dealing with that.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, and some women are stubborn like that too, but but like they said, most between men and women, the men are just less likely to go. When the first guys that were on the show, they was like, yeah, you just feel like we've been saying here, you can make it like your grandpa said, as long as I can get up and make some more steps, I'm okay. When actually, like you said, you're not okay because you're barely making your steps. Come on, you can have more vitality. And the whole thing too, why they started this was for early detection, like you were just talking about with the tennis elbow, to help men to get ahead. I like the way you said that, to get ahead of the problem versus letting it get so bad until, you know, in some cases it may take you out of, you could have some kind of issue that could take you away from here sooner than you expected, and it happens every day. And especially coming through this pandemic, I think it touched almost everybody's, I would almost think everybody's life or family in one way or another. I know I had a couple of family members that didn't make it through 2020. One was right up to December 20th of 2020, and I was just shocked with a cousin of mine that didn't make it. And I was like, wow, it kind of shocked all of us because we just didn't know that she had been even taken sick by it, by COVID. And so when what I talk about as a health, as a lymphologist, is about strengthening your immune system, doing that's what I just preach it, preach it, preach it. Do what you can do to help your body help you.
Okay, that's
Your
something.
body is meant to keep you alive a long time, but you don't want to just be alive, barely alive. You want to be full of vitality and good health. And one other thing that I say, good health is normal. Good health is normal. Being sick is not normal. I don't know what you think about that, but sometimes that just needs to be said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see here. We're gonna go to our comments here, and we got Laverne Roberts, Elder Roberts coming in from Illinois. Hey, hey, hey! Thank you for coming joining us. Yes.
Mhm.
And my guest said, hey. And so she shared it out. Thank you for sharing. And then we have Dennis Allen. What is he saying there? Can you see it?
Yeah. God bless y'all and stay safe too.
Yes, and he's coming in from Memphis, I do believe. Put it in the comments. I believe it's Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you for coming in tonight. Appreciate that. So we're going to go on to number 2 because I can't wait to hear more about you so we can get acquainted. Absolutely. But let's see, number 2 we have here. I didn't want to get too grim or anything, but some things just need to be said. So number 2, go ahead and read that one for me, James. While you read it, I'm going to
Prostate
share.
prostate cancer affects 1 out of 8 out of 9 men. American Cancer Society study says that there's 175,000 new cases per year. Most cases are not life threatening.
Yes. Now, that surprised, well, it didn't really surprise me. I know that most of the time when it comes to men, that's what I hear, prostate cancer. I've had a couple of family members, uncles, that said that they were dealing with that, but they made it through fine. So I guess this is one of those things, if you can get ahead of it, when you first realize something's not right, something's going on, go to the doctor, and at least because at least when you go to the doctor, you can find out what is wrong, right? Because our mind, what do you think the mind can do when you don't go?
Yeah, so the mind can be so powerful. It can be our best friend and or our best enemy, like our worst enemy, because um sometimes if you feel really bad, you can think like the worst, and also you can be like, oh, it's gonna go away, it's nothing. So it just depends on like the mindset that you have and how bad it hurts. So
Yeah, yeah, because the first side of that is that your mind can just go from 0 to 10 and think the worst is going to happen, and that will make you worry. Worry can make you sicker because it worry can weaken your cellular self. It can cause your immune system to take a dive, which is going to cause you to be more susceptible to sickness and illness. So at least when you go to the doctor, when you're feeling like something is not right, at least you can find out what is wrong. They could just tell you, listen, you came in, you way ahead of the problem. We can fix this. Don't worry about it. Or they'll tell you, thank God you came in now because, you should have came in earlier, but we got you because you came in versus not coming in at all. And so I was glad to hear that prostate cancer in most cases is not life threatening, because I've heard a lot of different men. And I don't think it's a thing of getting older. I've even known some younger men to have it. And I imagine that's probably because of diet and like we're going to be talking about lifestyle choices a little bit later. But I think it probably has something to do with all of that as well. Yeah.
yeah.
And so we're going to go on to number three. So number three, now this is a biggie, mental health. Mental health is one of the most stigmatized issues affecting men. And when we say stigma, we're talking about, people look down on it, or people look like, make you feel embarrassed about it, you know. And I more so than ever before, people are talking about it. I think that's a good thing.
That's a
What
great.
about you?
So yeah, like seeing the even social media and like the press, everything pushing so much for mental health, it's something that is great news because we gotta get that out there. We gotta stop that stigma that oh, you're crazy if you're going there, or you have something wrong. You can just be fine and just need a professional opinion and need
Yeah,
something to clear out some stress or some trauma like everybody has. So
yeah. And like with men hold things in. We're talking about men's health. So we talked about men are more likely than women to hold their emotions in when they're going through stuff. Like, who can I talk to? I don't want anybody to think I'm weak, you know, if I start telling them I feel like this or feel like that. Do you have friends that you can talk to? Like if you really just need somebody to talk to, do you have friends, male friends that you can talk to about serious things?
yeah, I'm fortunate like that. Thankfully, like that I have multiple friends that I can count on, and I love like family, and I know they will be honest with me and will give me the help that I need, even if it's they don't know, they will help me point me they will point me in the right direction. And yeah, like I'm fortunate like that.
That's good because when I was talking earlier in the month, the guys, I had two guys on, and they were like, no, me and my friends, we don't talk like that. We just don't talk like that. So it's like somebody has to be the first one to break the ice, and I think probably the others would be glad about it because we all need to be able to bounce. Sometimes it's just a matter of being able to be heard. Not that I want you to tell me what to do, or or try to fix it for me, but I just need somebody to hear it. I just need to get it out. And that's what women do. We go, cha, 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 cha. A lot of times we're talking about everything, and that could be a therapeutic. When you go to see a therapist, what are you doing? You're getting it out. You're talking about it, and they are listening and letting you get it out. So it's good that you have friends like that. You have somebody that's close enough that you feel your stuff is safe with them. You don't have to worry about people gossiping and telling everybody about it, what you had to say, that because that may be a reason too why men don't open up to each other. I don't know. But I'm really glad that they're talking about it more and more. You got celebrities that are coming out, and saying it. You got football players and, you know, those type of athletes and stuff that are talking about it, which makes it pe- people, just normal people, feel even, well, if it's happening to them, that's the same thing that's happening to me. Well, okay, then I must not be all bad. There's nothing really wrong with me. That's so out of the way. I'm not crazy. I got issues. And you know what? I heard this. Um, a doctor, he said, when it comes to mental health, having mental issues, it boils down to having thoughts, stuck thoughts. You can't seem to get past it, and it's just over and over, and it rules your life. Those stuck thoughts. And thank God that we can retrain our brain. Thank God that we have the power to retrain our brain. And that's when sometimes you need some help in doing that. But, life can get better. You got the power to help your body, help your mind, help you. So, folks, if that's you, or if you know somebody that's dealing with emotional issues and they call you and they need to talk, just put on your listening ears. Don't try to fix their problem. Most likely they just need to get it out. I think getting it out, it can make you feel lighter even in itself. Yeah. So when you get a chance to talk to your friends like that, how does it make you feel?
Yeah, I love when I can get something out and get a perspective outside of my head. Because sometimes, everything, so many things inside our heads. We're trying to do so many things as entrepreneurs and stuff. So
Yeah.
um, it's good to kind
Yeah.
of get centered, get grounded sometimes by a friend or something. So yeah.
Yeah. So it's not as bad. And then it's good to hear that it's not as bad as your mind can conjure up things, because your mind is a powerful thing, but it can get real busy. And it's
Definitely.
good, like you said, to have that perspective. Somebody tell you, James, it's not that bad. It's not that deep. Stop. Stop. Okay, so we're gonna go to our fourth one because we're almost at the bottom of this half hour. Number four is, you want to read that one for us? Because this is good.
Sure. The average man should be making better lifestyle choices to protect his health.
Yes, and when we say lifestyle choices, what are some things that come to mind that people usually think of?
So when
Men.
lifestyle choices, for me is including healthy habits in your lifestyle so you don't have to worry about, damn, like I need to do the gym as a short, chore, like, oh, like I gotta,
Hmm.
it's something to do. If you integrate like things like hiking, things like, eating healthy all the time, not because you're doing a diet, and making adjustments so it's part of your lifestyle choices, not an obligation because you're on a diet for the next 30 days. So yeah.
Yeah, and I see you drinking water. That's a lifestyle choice. To drink more water and have it handy. Always have it handy to get that sip of water, because our bodies need water. We're mostly made up of water. So if you want to improve your health, one of the first things you can start doing, especially if you're not a water drinker, start drinking water. Another thing is what? Moving your body. Because we can sit down. If we didn't watch it, we could sit down all day working, because everything that we do is on our computers. It's in our handheld devices. You know, you look up and the whole day is gone and you haven't moved. and that's not good. We're meant to move our bodies, whether that's walking, jogging, biking, what do you call it? What do you call those things? They skateboarding or whatever it might be. Because you got skateboarders now that are older. They've been moving their bodies a long time, but just getting up to move your body. People say, well, what should I do? I always say, do that which you will do. I could tell you to go biking, but you don't like biking. You prefer to go take a walk. Well, go take a walk. Do that which will bring you joy. Do that which you will do. And so moving your body, drinking water. How are you on eating fresh fruits and vegetables?
Um, yeah, I eat salads quite often. I wish I ate more fruit. It's just it's a hassle, like you buy them, they go bad so quick sometimes. But I do a lot of like frozen berries and stuff with smoothies,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
antioxidants and stuff. So
yeah,
um, yeah, that's how so I think I do a decent job. Maybe a little bit more fruit, for sure.
yeah. And so that's good. And the thing is, like you just said, I do frozen berries and I put them in a smoothie. That's one thing I found. I can try so many different combinations of things that I probably couldn't eat because I was so picky coming up until I didn't. It had to be an apple or orange. And when you start talking about different berries, like blueberries, do you like blueberries?
I love blueberries. They're actually one of my favorite fruit.
I never would eat a blueberry, and I would say I didn't like them, but I had never tried them. And people would say they will cook with them in muffins and stuff, and I don't like the way they smell when they're cooked. But I put them in a blender and smoothie. Wait a minute, I do like blueberries. That made me want to actually eat them. And when they're really fresh, they're nice and crunchy. And now I like blueberries. And I've tried different fruits and different vegetables. And so I can stop saying I don't like things that I never tried. That was just a habit from my youth. But as a grown up, you got to try different things. So men out there, if you find that your how can you say it, what you like is very limited, try. Like when you go to well, I don't know, do they have salad bars open anymore? But if you can go to like a salad bar somewhere where you can make choices, try something that you haven't tried before just to see. Be sure about if you like that or not, because you just might find out that thing that you say you don't like and never tried may become your most favorite fruit or vegetable to help you make those healthy lifestyle choices. So we're at 6:28, and I want to go into. I was going to play my commercial, but it wouldn't come up on here. So I'm just going to talk about something that I'm doing on July. I'm going to talk about that, and I'm going to give you a chance to take a little break. On July the 29th through the 31st, that's July 29, 30, and 31, I'm having a 3-day masterclass. 3-day masterclass, Reboot Your Health from the Inside Out. And it's going to be on the Zoom platform. So if you're interested in rebooting your health, you're interested in doing it from a holistic way, and you're interested in knowing more, you've been watching, you've been listening, but you want to get some first-hand knowledge, be able to ask questions, get your questions answered, and really find out some things that you can do to help your body help you have more vibrant health so that you can have a more vibrant life. Join me on July 29th through the 31st for Reboot Your Health from the Inside Out, my 3-day masterclass. At this, I will ask you to direct message me, or you could put in the comment reboot, and I will get in contact with you. And so that's what we're doing then. And I want to bring my guest back on because, this is called Let's Get Acquainted. So now's our time to get more acquainted with James Foo Torres. And I want to put up I made a, what you call it, little name thing so you all can know. He is the owner. Oh, I got the wrong one up here. He is the owner of Imperium Authority PR firm. But before he tell us about that, James, we want to get acquainted. We want to know what makes you tick. And as far as your health, if you want to talk about that, just tell us a little bit about yourself. We're not asking for your social security number and none of that stuff, but just tell us something so we can be more acquainted with who you are and what makes you tick.
Yeah, so one thing that I want to say, so I'm originally from Puerto Rico. So growing up, I grew up with just females, with my mom and my sister, and I think that had an impact on my health because living with females made me more aware of like, oh, you should clean yourself more, you should be more healthy because I think having that female perspective um, helped me in that way. And yeah, like another thing that I wanna add that I think is it has been very valuable for me, and I hope it can be very valuable for somebody else, which is I started like this year. I wanted to change my diet, change my mindset, change everything to so I could be successful with my business. And one of the main commitments that I did is to do yoga every day. So I started doing yoga every day of like 15 to 30 minutes. And that's something that has been life changing for me because not only is a very effective and efficient way to do meditation, working out, and stretch at the same time, but also like it is the commitment of doing something every day and a non-negotiable thing. Doesn't matter if you missed it in the morning, you do it in the afternoon. That has pushed me to have more dedication, and also it motivates me when I do yoga and then I start the day right after. It gets me in the right mood, in the right mindset, like my blood is flowing and I feel good with myself, and it helps me to be more successful in my business. So that is something about men's health that I was really looking forward to share with you guys because I want to share that because it changed my life. And I hope that if you're looking for something that you're not a huge fan of the gym or running, maybe this could be a great option for you to to take on, or something that will take 15 to 30 minutes and be very effective.
So let me ask you, when when you got started with the yoga, did you do it with other people? Did you take a class to learn the moves, or you just like watch a video or something?
Yeah, so I watch this female. Her brand is called Boho Beautiful, and and she did a 14-day challenge to start the
Uh-huh.
year, and that's what I did initially. So I did that 14-day challenge. She's like talking, so it feels very real, like she's there with me. I also do it with my girlfriend, so it helps me. Like we motivate each other, we push each other when we see each other struggling, we also, we're like, oh, it's not just me. It is hard. And
Yeah.
that's how I got into it. I started that 14-day challenge, and I started doing it again and again and again. And then sometimes I wander off a little bit to check other things, but every time that I don't know what to do, I just go to that 14-day challenge and I use it as a medicine cabinet because I've done it so many times that I
Yeah.
know already which ones are the ones. And I just listen to her and I already know what to do and stuff. So I still like that guided part. It
Hmm.
pushes me and I don't have to think about it too much. And she helps me like relax and meditate. And yeah, that's how I got into it. And my girlfriend actually was the one that got me into it. And I tried it. And I was like, I
So
love this. Like I want to keep doing it. And I did that commitment, and I have been doing it every day since, and it's been great.
I love that you say it helps you with your, it gets you ready, gets your mind ready for the day and for your business. You know, I used to have a coach, uh, Frank Salas, and he used to go outside. He lived in Texas, Austin, Texas at the time, and he would go every morning. He would find a different park or the same park. I'm not sure. He would move around, and he would do his yoga uh, thing by himself. He said, I don't like doing it with anybody else. I just like going and doing it myself. He never would film himself. He filmed everything, but he didn't film himself doing his yoga, but that was his time. You know, just that special time for him, like you said, getting ready for the day. So I like that. And it reminded me of him. He's a very successful guy.
Good,
I
good.
like that.
That makes me feel like I will be
Yeah,
very
yeah.
successful guy, which yeah, I feel like I'm on track.
That's well, that's good. So you talked about something else, and that I've never, trying to think, have I ever known anybody that I knew was dyslexic? Can you tell us about that, if you don't mind going
Yeah,
into that?
so oh yeah, for sure. So I have more trouble reading and writing than most people because I confuse like vowels mainly, and it was a challenge in Spanish, and now in English, it's it's even a bigger challenge. And
Yeah,
but I managed to overcome it by just being out there. I'm a publicist. I do public relations, and I have dyslexia. So I try to use that as a motivation for people that even if you have some limitations, that doesn't mean that you cannot live up to your dreams. And that's what I do. Like I don't write this stuff because it's not my thing. It's not my son of genius. But I collaborate with other professionals, and I have experts on writing that will write
yeah,
for my company, and that's how I make it happen.
that's good. You hire them.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Like you said, working in your zone of genius. Because when you know what your zone of genius is, that's a great thing. Because there are a lot of people that don't know what their zone of genius is. They haven't. I don't know. How did you get to know that you were good at this? Being a PR, being in public relations.
So I'm always been very social. I always care about branding and image, and I always like look at things just like, oh, like that's very clever. Like it's good marketing and stuff. And even though I always like look at things like that, I never thought that I wanted to do PR before. And I
Okay.
discovered it by just trying new things and getting out there and getting educated and finding a business model that will fit my lifestyle. And and when I found that and started igniting conversations and started branding myself as a PR guy, and I fell in love with it. And now I know that I might do other things like real estate, crypto, or other ventures that I'm gonna be on. But I know that PR is not something that I'm gonna be doing forever because once I have these connections and by me liking it, why would I stop, right? And yeah, it's
Yeah.
something exciting because it has given me freedom of like I don't have to work on a 9 to 5. I just work on my business, and I like it. I like the public relations instead of advertisement because it's good when some other people is talking about you in a non-salesy way,
Yeah.
and that way people can see your brand and then look for you, and that's why I like public relations.
Yeah. So I imagine you've met a lot of people on both sides because as a public relations person, you're sort of a connector, right? Connecting people that can be beneficial for them to be connected. As far as you, uh, tell me this: who do you remember the first connections that you made for somebody, and what that felt like? You know what I mean? That time when you realized this is what I want to do. This is it right here because of a connection that you made that kind of solidified it for you.
Yeah, so yeah, I would say a connection with like my first client when I connected him and I got him featured. Like that was something that made me feel like wow, like finally, I'm doing this, and it felt like I want to have more of this. I want to have more connect more people to get featured in the media, to have like to be omnipresent by being on podcast, TV, social media posting and stuff because I believe
Yeah,
in going this model of demand gen instead of lead generation because if you put yourself out there and you're always sharing content, sharing tips, and you're always on people's mind because of they see you in so many places,
yeah,
you become the first option when they need somebody in your field, and
right.
that's something that they will come to you, and that's kind of the strategy that we go for in Imperium.
Yeah, that's great because I know I like going on different podcasts, being interviewed, because I want to get my message out. you know, to tell people you got the power. You can help your body help you. I mean, that's what I've been saying. And I found myself looking at, Facebook will send you those memories from last year or 7 years ago. And I found no matter where how, if they was just a year ago or many years ago, like 7 years ago, I said, man, it seems like I'm saying the same thing. Basically the same thing. You got the power to help your body. And that's what I've been given. That's my genius lane, to help people in that area, And it just occurred to me when I watched those sometimes, say, wow, that's it. I've learned a lot of things to add to it, to sauce it up. You know how you got a pot on the stove and you add this, you add that, but it's still a stew, or it's still chili, or it's still, it is what it is. Just like with the PR, you're always connected with different podcasters, the ones that are doing the podcast, so that you can get your clients on different shows and things like that. And with the pandemic, not being able to like go out, how how easy, or how have you been able to connect with some new people to get your people to?
Yeah. So yeah, it has been a challenge in a way, because I would rather meet in person and networking in person. But I managed to find networking groups online, um, different events on Zoom to connect with people, and LinkedIn, using it to reach out to prospects and try to add value. Um, just right off the bat, to make them open to talk to me. And yeah, that's how I managed to do. I managed to get connected with a lot of people virtually, but definitely I can't wait to get more people, like in, like, face to face. I this week I meet with a few people face to face. It feels so great. Like, now my main focus for uh this next week and coming on forward, now that I know that the things are opening, is
Yeah,
gonna be to start working in person. You know, again, trying,
yeah,
like, things coming back to normal.
yeah. That's what I know. A lot of people are looking forward to that. I know some of the circles that I'm in have been getting together and doing different things in person, and I'm like, oh man, I can't wait. So I got something coming up in August, where in Branson, Missouri, and then something in September in Kansas City. So I'm really looking forward to that, to meet in person with people that I've been virtually meeting with for months and months and months. So it's going to be really exciting, and then meeting even more people, new people. And in this type of entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur, that's what you're constantly needing to do, is meet new people, constantly adding to your what do you
My
call it
network.
anyway? Your
Mhm.
tribe, or
My tribe,
you
my
just
network.
your circle of people. You're always trying to add to, because that's what you do for your business, for the life of your business. So, is
Yeah.
there anything else that you want to share with us?
Um, I just want to share that, um, I'm looking for financial advisors that would like to uh, do a whole campaign that will go from, like, their branding and to investor relations, media relations, and public relations. With this new project that I'm launching, with a new service that is on a beta phase, and it's incredible opportunity to take advantage of a great deal. And now that it's not at a premium price. So if you're in financial advisors, or somebody in the financial space, please try to contact them with me, and let's just add value to each other and make good things happen.
Wonderful, wonderful. But you're still looking for other clients too. You said
Yeah.
financial advisors.
Yeah, so the financial advisors is where I'm looking to this new beta program that I'm using. That I'm doing a holistic service, but any business owner that is looking to get featured in the media via top publications, podcast, or TV, they are more than welcome to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to help them.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm trying to think, was there anything else that I wanted to discuss? Well, let me see here. We got Apostle Christine Gooden. She says, "Hello, hi, Hillary and James." That happens to be my mom.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, yeah. So if you're looking to connect with um, James Foo Torres, you can connect with him on LinkedIn, James L. Foo. You can also go to service. This is your email address, right? Service at imperiumauthority.com. Or you can call or text him at 503-966-2030. The information is right there. All you need to do is swipe it, take a screenshot of it so you'll have it for later. But LinkedIn is text him at 503. What just
I'm
happened?
sorry. Sorry, that was I was trying to be in the
I thought
live.
I did something. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can connect with him on LinkedIn. That's a good place, especially if you're already on LinkedIn, business to business. He's ready for you if you're ready to go to the next level, right? You ready for those that's ready.
Exactly.
Exactly. And so, James, it's been really great having you on today because we met in a networking space. And so I'm glad, that we reached out, and that's what it's all about. Because, like I said, I used to be very shy, very shy. And sometimes I surprise myself, who I am today, because that shy person would not be here.
Hmm.
So I'm glad we got a chance to meet and connect. I'm thankful for you coming on the show and adding your perspective on men's health from a man's perspective. That's what we need to hear. And so, as your last words of wisdom that you could share to everybody, I would give you the floor to do that now. Okay.
Yeah. So, one thing that I want to share before leaving is to take care of your health, and avoid getting to a point that is too late. So get ahead of the problems and try to solve them so they don't become a bigger problem later on. For example, talking of our example, like my tendonitis, like tennis elbow, that's something that if I would have done it earlier, it would have been healed by now, but I'm still struggling with it. And that's something that I don't want that to happen to you guys. So please, coming from a man, don't let people make you feel like you it's like feminine, or you're weak because you want to go to the doctor, even if it doesn't matter if it's mental health or physical health. Take care of yourself, and highly recommend to do yoga. It's great. So um, yeah, I think just the last thing is just don't chase your dreams, and work hard for them. Don't give up, and life is good when you work hard and you can enjoy the benefits of all your hard work. So that's all I want to say for today.
That's a lot. That's enough said right there. That was very well said. Thank you so much. And again, I thank you for being on the show. And I'm going to give my final words of wisdom. Please wait for me in the backstage. Don't go away. All right. Well, this is our final June show covering and the topic of International/National Men's Health Month. I've had some great times of just spreading this message of awareness, prevention, education, and family. That's why this month has been started. It's been going on for 27 years and will continue to go on because men, we need you. We need you to take care of you so that we can enjoy you in good times and the bad times, but in good health. So do what you can do. Listen to your wives if they tell you your significant other and they tell you, listen, you need to go to the doctor. Don't be so stubborn. Go ahead, do it. Put their mind at ease, put your mind at ease so that you can enjoy being ahead of the problem versus having to suffer the consequences of not taking advantage of early detection. And that's again what this is all about for our men, for our boys, so that our families could be uh, have good family health together. And so, thank you for all of you who have come on today. Thank you for my replay viewers. Again, share this out because we've talked about some really good things tonight. James is talking from a man's perspective, and he has some really great points to make. So please do share this broadcast. If you're looking to connect with my guest, again, go to LinkedIn and you can follow him under James L. Foo. And you will be able to follow what he's doing. And when you're ready, he's and his firm is ready for you. So thank you. Join me here next Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And you follow me on Tuesday, every Tuesday, for the Vibrant Good Health Show at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I will see you here. And I'll see you, guess where? On Clubhouse. On Clubhouse every Wednesday at 3 p.m. I'm on there with Apostle Dr. Christine Gooden, and we're talking about intercessory prayer, intercession, etc., because we cover a whole wide range of information that's around intercession. And so join us there on Clubhouse. Follow myself or follow Apostle Gooden, Christine Gooden, and make sure that you hit the notification button as well so that you'll receive notifications when we're on to join in the discussion. Thank you so much. You all have a great night and take care of your health and the men in your life. Good night.